First, a woman walking, and then put her on a beach. So there's a woman walking on a beach. Okay. So, as she walked along the beach, he nudged me and said, "That's her." She bent down to examine a shell, and her face lit up in its beauty. He said, "That's what my face does when she looks at me." I saw her straighten up and turn toward the water, her profile visible under her hat. He said, "See the curve of her nose? I like that." Which was strange because her nose just looked kind of big to me. I asked, "Well, who is she?" As she started to move again, he said, "She's the most graceful woman I've ever seen. But the closer she walked, the more ordinary she seemed. She had a normal gait, a little duck-footed actually, so I thought she could have been a dancer, maybe." As her gaze traveled from the sand to the sea, I saw a love in his eyes that would make any bride want to cry. And I said, "Okay, but who is she?" He said, "That's my girl. That is the love of my life." A big wave was coming, and she tried to hop out of its way, laughing as it splashed her face. He said, "Her laugh is a melody I could listen to all day, get it stuck in my head and still want it to play." In my opinion, this melody sounded a bit boisterous to me, but I didn't want to hurt his feelings, so I just said, "Okay, well, whoever this is, she's a lucky one to have you." Her back was to us now, her hand jingling the growing collection of shells. He was quiet for a minute. He held her in his gaze with a longing I didn't expect. He said, "The truth is, she doesn't even know she has me. Because she can't hear me over the TV. She can't know the truth I'm speaking because it's a still, small voice that the world made her hard of hearing. The truth is, I rejoice over her with singing and dance around her celebrating the beauty that captivates me. But she can't see past the magazines. Can't trust me to love her because of the pain she's feeling at the hands of a man she's looking to instead of me. The truth is, I made her in my image. I formed her in her mother's womb, and then I breathed life into her lungs and haven't stopped breathing out my delight in her beauty as it continues to bloom. I tell you, there's no more air when she walks into a room. There's no sweeter scent than the perfume of her breath when she's speaking the truth. One glance from her eyes inspires me to paint the skies. Every tear that she weeps, I have in my bottle to keep. And every time she stumbles, at the sight of her wound, my heart almost fails me. I could not believe what I was hearing. This woman walking on the beach was so ordinary. I couldn't help but think, how would her life be different if she knew the love he had for her? How would she see herself in the mirror if she wore the crown he died to give her? Well, this regular woman had to be special because she put a song in the heart of God that sounded like an aria. I had to know. For the last time I demanded, "Who is she, though?" And to my disbelief, he replied, "Her name is Victoria."